How to Create a Glitch Monologues Season 10 Chapter 9. This is Season 10 of How to Create a Glitch in the Matrix Monologues Episode 9. In this episode, I will be discussing the implications of three-dimensional time-to-thought pairing and entropy. Now, in a previous episode we talked about how closed thoughts possess a higher dimension of time. The second and third dimensions, to be clear, are manifested by closed thoughts independently. Now, in another episode, Episode 9 of Season 5, we talked about how as time increases, the internal box of some subject actor is imported into the external box of some object actor. The key point being made is that although polarity and subject-object relations governs the first dimension of time, the higher time dimensions are not so limited. Thus, when an open thought is paired with a closed, the jointly paired possess a first-dimensional component, the open thought, and a second or third dimensional component, the closed thought. The arrow of time requires entropy increase or at least stay the same. Hence in the first dimension of time open thoughts of opposing orientation dominate, capturing entropy before periodically degenerating. These ruminations also tell us that there are in fact three forms of inhibitory thought: the closed thought pairing with a left or right, or the open left paired with a open right, or what is essentially the same in a different dimension, two closed of opposing orientation. The closed thought propagates in the second and third dimension of time, but the open thought propagates in the first dimension of time. It is the polar nature of open thoughts which entangles us in the thermodynamic certainty of increasing entropy. Likewise, what in the past I called folds in time are in fact nothing more nor less than actions, thoughts paired to a closed thought, possessing second and third dimensional time. Looking again at the octahedron, we can say that since we know that three of the dimensions are associated with time, we know that a six-vertex shape possesses all six dimensions. This tells us that the octahedron can be formed in three dimensions of time. Thus, it may not appear as an octahedron in 4D space, which we typically would observe. Since we have also observed that emotional gateways, that is subject-object relationships, produce spatial intersections, we can say this follows from the interaction of open thought, and creation of open thought pairings. The enmeshing of four dimensions of space and time, further to the emotional gateway, is suggestive that the emotional plate is the intersection between the ideal and physical. That's the end of the podcast for today. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe.